And to understand the doctrine of the cross, you've got to be willing to embrace, accept, and feel the offense of the cross. You do not get the cross, you do not understand the doctrine of the cross, you have never really truly come to grips with it unless you feel the offense of it. And I'm even talking to those of you who are raised in the faith and you never remember a time in which you didn't really believe. But I'm still saying, look, in verse 12, it says, those who want to make a good showing in the flesh, who would force you to be circumcised, and only in order that they may not be persecuted for the cross of Christ. He's saying the same thing he said back in chapter 5, verse 11, when he says, brothers, those who preach circumcision, they want to remove the offense of the cross. Now, he's talking about people who are afraid that Jews would reject them if their converts weren't circumcised, the Gentile converts weren't circumcised. But it's bigger than that. The cross is not just offensive to Jews. The cross is offensive to everybody. You know, Alfred Jules Ayer, who was a very prominent British philosopher in the 20th century, Bertrand Russell, also prominent philosopher. These are what these men said. These are British philosophers. Here's what they said about the cross. Alfred Jules Ayer said, the doctrine of the atonement of Jesus Christ on the cross was, quote, intellectually contemptible and morally outrageous. I mean, this is just typical. Bertrand Russell says that no one who is profoundly human can really believe God would punish sin like that, and he called the cross the doctrine of cruelty. That's typical. But let me get down to earth. You know what the doctrine of the cross does? A lot of people in the world think religion's okay. Not bad. Morality, religion is good for us. The doctrine of the cross, offensive. Are you saying, they say to us, that those of us who have worked our entire lives to keep ourselves out of the gutter are in the exact same place spiritually as the people who are in the gutter? So that we both have to be saved in exactly the same way? How dare you? Or they say to us, are you saying that good people in other religions who have lived good lives and are extremely moral in all these ways, if they don't believe in the cross of Christ, they're lost? How dare you? The cross of Christ is offensive in all sorts of ways. And if you haven't come to grips with it, if you haven't felt it, if you haven't ever struggled with it, I don't think you get it. And therefore, it's not going to change you.